What's up, y'all? And I'm back with another testimonial car chronicle. You want another cookie? You got it? All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello. Yo. Now y'all talking today. I don't know what happened. That's why I deleted it. I got on there. I was trying to talk to y'all, checking y'all temperatures, trying to see how everybody was doing. And nobody would respond. But all the glory and the honor goes to Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai, Yahweh. Y'all, let me tell y'all. I'll wait till y'all start loading up in the chat. But, hello. Are you serious? Oh, I don't think so. Well, I don't know. You probably could feed me that because it might have been. I don't know. But let me tell y'all. So, nah, I ain't see it. I mm, I was watching something and it reminded me of how the time I almost got scammed. So y'all, we was traveling, trying to relocate. It was my boyfriend at the time. It's now my husband. We were trying to relocate, and we were looking for places in Georgia, right? So we're looking for places in Georgia, and us from out of town, we didn't know, you know, how the things were up there. It was all these application fees that we had to spend money on, and then we had to find room and board. We had family out there, but nobody offered for us to stay at their house. So we was spending money on hotels, right, and application fees. So I'm talking about, like, we had family on both sides of the family. Nobody offered their home. So I don't know about that Southern hospitality bull crap, because it's a no for me. No one showed us that, right? Anyway, that's not the trajectory of this story. So we go, we're filling out applications and left and right. I'm talking about left and right. So we find this amazing place, y'all. I'm talking about gorgeous, gorgeous. No, first we went to a place. This is our first time dealing with this. A lockbox. Like, normally a realtor comes and they show you the property, and you know that's what we're used to. Hold on, y'all. Let me work my camera because it's looking a little. All right. Yeah. So normally, we're used to a realtor coming out and showing us the properties, right? In Georgia, it's different. In Georgia, we travel all up and down Georgia, right? So the first place that we went to was Augusta, Georgia. And the property was nice. It was nice. Like, my husband, we were looking for the country. Problem with staying in the country. And that, I went to the Box, and the guy at Jack in the Box was like, yeah, it's kind of slow down here. But we had no problem with that. That wasn't an issue. The only issue with the first property that we saw was flooding. In that area, it was known to do a lot of flooding. But besides that, everything was like phenomenal. I'm like, yes, that is beautiful. You know, like, this place is nice. That just set the bar. It set the tone for properties. But it also got us aware of how to enter in the keypad and view the property, right? So we're in the property, and we download what is it? Something America. Hello location. So like I said, we had that in America. So we already had their number on standby, and we was familiar with that number. So as we go into Georgia, we're looking at other properties and using the app. What is it? Rental or homes, or like we're different apps to find Zillow to find a property in Georgia. And we find this place. Like I said, at this point in time, I'm in the world, y'all. So yes, I lied. We were lying on the applications. We didn't think that they would do such a deep search. But one place did like a real detailed search, and the owner was like, if we would have told him the truth, that he would have gave us the property. But because he had to pay and do this extensive background check, because we were coming from out of town, he was upset and didn't give us the property. All right, fine. That wasn't for us. So then we continue to travel deeper in Georgia, searching for properties. Now, at this time, we found this beautiful house, y'all. Beautiful house. And it was in a great area. We started checking out schools, everything. Like, we contact a number that's listed on one of the websites. And the owner is like, yeah, put in the code and view the property and let me know what you think of it. He's out of town, and his wife has cancer, so you know he's doing chemo and everything, and he won't be there. If we decide to like it, we will be doing all the documentation and paperwork by email, phone, and text. And so we do this, right? We enter in the lock because, like I told y'all, we're familiar with it. We enter in the codes and everything. We go into the property. I mean, we love it. I'm talking about we drop down on our knees and start praying in all of the rooms. And we started, like, you know, praying over the house, like, this is our house. Like, this is beautiful. Like, we could just see, like, the layout, and we picking it for, like, different children, different one of our children, like we just okay, yeah. Are you guys? That's my friend. I lost service. Are you guys back? Somebody let me know if you guys can hear me and my live hasn't ended. Are you still there? Okay. So we're praying in the rooms. We see that there's cameras in there. And we walk out to discuss what we want to do. Now in the rooms there weren't cameras, but like in the main rooms, like the living room, kitchen and stuff. But I didn't see any in the bedrooms. That's where we went inside the rooms and we're praying. So we leave out. We see other people viewing the property and we're discussing it amongst ourselves. We're in the car and we're like, this is what we want. Yes. You know, we still couldn't believe like how much they was asking for. It was, everything was affordable. And every other property that we saw, nothing, because we had scheduled appointments to meet with certain realtors for different properties. But we're comparing and contrasting each property to the property that we fell in love with. So it was a no. You know, like we had our heart set on that certain property. So we find a hotel that's closer to the property because going back and we're going to get our place, right? So we contact the landlord. Now on the lawn there's a sign that states America. Remember the first property that we viewed was something America. So we already had their information and the app to get in contact with someone, right? I just thank Elohim for the spirit of discernment. Awareness and alert. But anyway, put a pin in it because I'm telling you this. Let me continue with the story. So we go back to the property in the morning time. We contact the guy that we spoke to. He's requesting now our documentation so this way he can formulate a lease, and he makes a lease out. He asked us to send our IDs. We send our IDs. He drafts up a lease, and he's requesting, you know, first month's rent, the last month's rent, and the security deposit, which, you know, we have, but it has been dwindling because we've been spending money on applications and also so for a place for us to stay and food and so on and so on. So the money is dwindling down. So we speak to him. He gives us the amount that he wants us to go over to the nearest store. I can't think of the store right now, but he says get a money order, and that he would give us a money, we would give him a money order, and there will be a locksmith that comes and takes, because I'm like, well, where's the keys, you know? He said there will be a locksmith that will come out and take off the box where you enter in the number and give us the keys. Because mind you, he's out of town, and his wife has cancer. So we say something to him. He tells us who to issue out the money order to and everything, right? So as we're about and back to him, so it time, which is not my husband. The sign on the lawn said something America. So, and the numbers, it's just not adding up, because if it says this and that, it just sounds too good to be true. Too good to be true. Thursday. Right? Okay, let me stay right here. Okay. Okay. Can y'all see me? Dang, it's okay. You said that's an old scam. Well, I ain't familiar with it. No, this happened in the it was like 2018. 2018. But no, I'm not familiar with it. I mean, we never had to enter any code or nothing of that nature to get into the property. But so I call the company America, right? I call the company America, and they're like, what? It's going